Hello everyone, welcome back to Coding Tricks. So in this video, we are going to see about NumPy Array Accessing, like how to access the array and how to do simple operations like addition or subtraction, like that. All things we will do. Like mainly we are focusing on how to access a different dimensional, like if it is 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional or n-dimensional. How to access the elements from that array we are going to see now. So in our previous video we have seen the introduction. I would highly recommend that if you haven't seen that video, please watch that video and see this, so that because I am using the extension of that, so it will be helpful. So let us look into that. So this in the NumPy array indexing, like we will also go through that slicing. What is slicing, integer array indexing, Boolean array indexing, all these things we will see. So what is slicing is, we have seen in the list like how to access the elements. Like for example, if I am using like for example the list is like 1, 2, 3 like this. The list is consisting of 4, 5 elements, 5 elements. So if you want to access the middle elements, or if you want to access only 2 elements, how you will access? Just you will pass like with the square bracket :2. Then you will get the first two elements, right? So this is how, in the same way, you can also access the elements of the array with the help of slicing. How, we will see in a while. So next is integer array indexing. So we can also pass the list as an integer variable. Like in arrays, we can also pass like a single row as a list we can pass. That is what integer array indexing. And then next is Boolean array indexing. So what is this Boolean and array indexing is, if the condition is true, then you will pass the list or the array. Like for example, if condition is greater than 0, then what are the array indexing values? You will get all those values from that array. So we will see all these examples in a while. So this is what about these three, and let us see how to access the array elements. So like in the list, the arrays can also be accessed with the help of index number. So the starting element of the index number is 0. The next element is 1. Next element is 2, and so on, like that. Like same in the list, we have seen like first element is you will call with k of 0, or like 0 element, first element, like that, right? So in the same way, we will call the array elements like list. So the next one is, so if it is the first row, then you will go with this. So we will see all these things in detail with the help of programs. So this is what the first element. So I will copy this and I will explain you. So this is what I'm importing. All these things we have seen in our previous video, right? How to import the NumPy and how to install all this. And here I'm accessing the variable. I'm giving the variable ARR, and I'm storing the array 1, 2, 3, 4 values to ARR, and I'm printing ARR of 0. That means the first element I'm printing. I can expect the output as 1, right? So you can see the output. So you will get it as 1. If you are passing like ARR of 1, then you can expect 2. So now you are getting 1. Since it is 0, so array will start with 0. So next is, if I am passing 3, then what you will get, you can see here. So it is 4. 0, 1, 2 and 3. So if I am passing 4, what you will get? So we have seen in exceptions, errors and exceptions, right? So what you will get here, you can observe here. So fourth element is not there. So you will get array index error here. So it is index 4 is out of bound. So this is what one of the error or the exception you can see. So this is the error, index error. We have seen in the errors, right? So this is how you will get the errors. So next one is, so if you want to access all this like 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is how you will access. If it is 0, then you will get 1. If it is 1, you will get 2. If it is 3, like this, 0, 1, 2 and 3, you can access the values. So here I am given error of 1, so I can expect 2 as the output. So if you want to add the elements, so what you will do? So this is a simple example, like to add the operations. So I'm adding 2 and 3, that is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So 3 plus 4 I'm adding. Array of 2 and array of 3 I'm adding. So you can expect the output as 7, right? Because 3 plus 4 is 7. So you are getting 7. So this is how you can do the operations. If it is minus, you can also perform minus. If it is division or subtraction or multiplication or whatever it is, you can perform all the operations here. So I have shown you subtraction, and I'm going to show you multiplication. So all the operations you can perform like this. So if it is two-dimensional array, so now we have seen the single-dimensional, one-dimensional array, right? So if it is two-dimensional array, so how can you access the values? So as we have seen, I have told you that it will be passed with the help of lists. So you can see that I have passed with the help of list with the for the two-dimensional array or the one-dimensional array. I have passed with the help of list. So this is about indexing a thing. So next I'm accessing here second element of the first dimensional array. So I'm accessing so see here, this is the 0th one and this is the first one. So I'm accessing the first one, like for the 0th dimension, so the 0th value of this we can call it as 0th dimension. So for the 0th one, and I'm accessing the first element. First element is 2. So 0, 1 means you will get 2. Second element of first dimension is 2. So if you want to access the next element 3, then you will call it as 2 here. So you can expect it is 3. So okay, fine. Till now I have accessed this list. So if you want to access the next one, what about this? How can you access this? It's a question mark, right? So for that, what you will do here is, so array will be starting with 0, and then what is the next one? It is the 1. The next one is 1. So I will go with 1 here, and if I want to access the first element, then I will go with 0. If I want to access the second element, 1, and then third element is 2, like that, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I am accessing third element for the first dimension. So I am getting 8. So this is how you can access the two-dimensional arrays. So now we will see some more, like accessing the fifth element we have seen, right? Fifth element of second dimension. We have seen how to access the second dimension. So how to access the 3D arrays? So this is what the important thing. How to access this three-dimensional array. So for the three-dimensional array, we will consider this as a single list and this as the second list. The whole one we can while we are accessing, we will consider this as a 0 and we will consider this as 1. So I am accessing here for the 0th list, in the 0th list, and then in the 0th first list, that means this list. So in the first list, I am accessing the second element, that is 6. Once again I will explain you. So I will consider this as 0 and I will consider this as a 1. So I am accessing what? In the 0th dimension, first one. That means this is a 0 and this is a 1. In the first one, I am accessing the second element. So 0, 1 and 2. So I can expect the output as 6. So this is what about 6. So if I want to access the next dimension, this, how can I access? As we have seen, so 1, I will replace here 1, and then if I want to access this list, so I will go with 0. So this is the 0th list. So 1, so this is considered as 1 and this will be 0 and I am accessing 0, 1 and 2. So if I want to access the element called 9, then I will go with 1, 0, 2. So let's see. Yes, it is 9. So if I want to access the second one, this one, second list. So what I will do, I'll just simply make it as 1 because this is the first one. So this is the 0th one, this is the first one. So 1, 1, 2. So what is the second element? 12 is the second one. So I will get it as 12. So this is how you will access. So if you want to access this list 4, 5, 6, then what you will do? You will go with 0 and then this is the first one. So in the 0th list, this is the first one, right? Then 0, 1 and 2, 6. You will get it as 6. So this is what about 3-dimensional array, accessing the 3-dimensional array. See, you can also access the negative indexing also, as we have seen in the list. So here also we can access the negative indexing. So how can you get the negative indexing values is, so this negative indexing will be starting from right to left. That means in the reverse order it will start. So I am accessing here the first list. So this is the 0th list and this is the first list. The first list, negative 1. So negative 1 means 10. So negative values will start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So let me run this. So you will get it as 10. So if you want the third element, so what you will do? You will use -3. You will get it as 8. So this is how you can work with the negative indexing. So slicing. So what is this slicing is? If you want to access the between values like 2, 3, 4. So how to access these values in between values? So you will go with slicing. So for the slicing, what are the things you should specify is, you must and should specify, you should specify starting and ending of the list, of the array, and you should also specify step. If you want any step, you should specify the step also. By default, if you are not specifying starting, then it will consider as 0, and if you are not specifying the end, it will consider the final number. So if the array is starting from 0 to 9, so it will consider from 0 to 9. Starting is 0 and ending is 9. So if you want the step, that means if you want any difference, like if you want to skip any elements of the array, you will go with step. You will see that example. So by default, the step will be 1. So now let us see a simple example for slicing. So here I am going to access the elements from 1 to 5. So here as a blind, you can remember that if I give here 5, then it will access n minus 1. That means 4. From the first element to fourth element, we can get. So 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So till 5, you will get from 2 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So you will get like this. I am accessing 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you won't give the starting element, element, then you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it will consider as the 0. So if I give the starting element 0 and if I won't give the ending, so it will give the full array. We will consider the whole array like this. So next let us see the step count. So how can I give the step count? So the step count can be given as, so if I want to get the elements from 0 to 8, so 0 to 7, let us say 0 to 7, and if I want the elements like skipping one and entering one, skipping one and getting one, skipping one and getting one. Like that, if I want, then I will give the step count as 2. So if I want to skip one, I will give it as 2. So see here the output. So I got it as 1 because I'm starting with 0. I got it as 1 and I want to skip 2. So I have given here, I mentioned here step. So skipped 2, then I got it as 3, then skipped 4, I got 5, then skipped 6, I got 7. This is not about skipping. So if I want to skip the 3 numbers, like from here, so this is the 0th number, so I will get it as 1 and I will skip 2 values. So this will be n minus 1, right? So I will skip 2 values, then I will get 1 value. So you can see the output. So I will skip, I am getting 1 and I am skipping 2, 2 and 3. Then I am getting 4. Then again I am skipping 2, I am getting 7. This is what about slicing. So even I can get without this also. So I can also give 2 colons. So from the starting to ending it will take. From starting to ending it will skip 3 and it will give you the output like this. So from starting to ending, skipping 3 values. So 1 is there and then I skip 2 values. Then 4 I got, I skip 2 values, 4 I got. Because here n minus 1 we will take 3 minus 1, skipping 2 values. So this is how the step will work. So the next thing is, so we have seen the slicing. So you can also use colon 4 means first 4 values you will get. So you can also give negative slicing as well. So negative 3 to negative 1 like this. So you will get negative 3. So 1, 2, 3. Negative 3 is this one, minus 5. And negative 1. So you will get with 1. 6 you will get as the output. So we have seen the step values. Like slicing two-dimensional arrays. How you can slice with 2D arrays. So let us see this. So slicing two-dimensional array is also same as the one-dimensional array. So here you can see. So I am accessing 1. That means this is 0th one and this is first one. And from the first one, what I am accessing slicing is from first to 3 numbers I am accessing. So 0, 1. And then 1, 2, 3. So 7, 8, 9 you will get it as an output. So this is how you can access the arrays of two-dimensional array. So here I am accessing 0 to 2 with the step count of 2. The step is 2. That means I am skipping 1 and giving 1. So let us see this out. So from 0 to 2, see here, I am skipping 1 and I am getting 1. So 3, I got it as 3 first and then I got it as 8. So this is how I can get. So from the 2 list, I got it like that. So 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So I got 3 and 8 elements. So this is how you will access the elements. So if you want slicing from 0 to 2 and 1, 4, so you will get these elements. And let us see a simple example with slicing Boolean values, as I have told you, Boolean indexing. So let us see this one also. So I am giving here array for example, and I'm giving slicing over here. So what I'm doing here, as we have told, colon 2 is I'm accessing the first 2 rows, and I have given here step value is 2. That means skipping 1 and you will get 1. So can you expect the output from here? So you will skip the values 1 and then you will get the value. So you can see the output here. Yes. So minus 1 and I skipped one value and I got 0, skipped one value, then 4, skipped one value, and then 6 I got, skipped. So this is how I will get. So for the next one, what I have done, so here I am passing the here I am requesting the indices. So what is indices of 0, 3? So 0, 0 is this, 0, 1 is this, 0, 2 is this, 0, 3 is this. So 0, 3 value is 4 I got. So what is 1, 2? So this is 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2. This is 6. So in similar way, all these things 2, 1 and 3, 0. Like so, next thing is here I am passing the Boolean values, Boolean indexing. As we have mentioned that 3 indexings, right? So this is the Boolean indexing. So what is this Boolean indexing will do is here I am giving as if the array is greater than 0. So here I am asking the condition, if the array value is greater than 0, then what I am trying to do? I am temp equal to array of condition. I am checking here. Then I am printing the values here, elements greater than 0. What are the elements greater than 0? Is minus 1 is greater than 0? No. Is 2 is greater than 0? Yes. Is 0 is greater than 0? No. Is 4 is greater than 0? Yes. So you will print all the values which are greater than 0 here. So if you want less than 0, what you will do? You will print here less than 0, then you will run. So you will get minus 1, minus 0.5 and minus 7. So if you want equal to 0, that means if you want both the values like less than and equal to 0 values if you want, then in that situation what you will do, less than or equal to, and then you will get all the values which is less than or equal to 0. So this is how you will access the values from the array. So thank you. So this is what about NumPy accessing arrays. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.